Hey, this is Macky, and we're back with another episode of the Hidden Threads podcast. I'm Samantha McNamara here.
Hi.
So where are you guys going to eat after the recording today?
Well, we went through Whataburger on the way here, so I don't know if we're really hungry, but we may just go walk around.
You like going down Gunnersville?
Yeah.
The Harbor?
Yes.
Harbor?
It's so nice.
It is nice. Today's a nice day, too. It's not blazing hot.
It's always like 10 degrees cooler here than it is anywhere else.
Well, last time I recorded, it was like 99 degrees, so everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't get
It's miserable.
All right, so today we're talking about the Adelson case. I think you guys heard about this one. What do you think?
Yeah. I wasn't super familiar with it, and I still don't claim to be, but definitely learned a lot more over the past few days.
Let me pull it up and I'll read a little bit about it. So back in 2014, Dan Markel and his wife, what's her name? Wendi? Wendi Markel, I think she changed her name back to Adelson now, were going through, they got divorced, I believe. And she was wanting to take the kids down to this is all Florida. He was a law professor up in Tallahassee. She was wanting to take the kids down to Miami. He said no, so he fought it in court, and they said, yeah, you can't just take them like that. And so they got a joint custody type thing. Well, he ends up shot dead in his garage. And it went on for a while with people knowing about it. And what did you read about it?
Basically that, and that she had taken the kids, changed the boys' names.
Right.
And that she was a law professor too. She was a lawyer too in Tallahassee. But that's, how far is that from Tallahassee to Miami? At least like 8 hours.
It's a good way. You're talking north part of the state down to the southern part of the state. So in 2016, a suspect, Sigfredo Garcia of Miami Beach, was arrested for first-degree murder. Tallahassee police would not release further details, but told reporters that the killing was being investigated as murder for hire. Sorry. A few days later, a judge in Leon County Court ordered the probable cause affidavit behind the arrest unsealed. The affidavit revealed investigators believed that Garcia and Luis Rivera had traveled from Miami in a red Toyota Prius. So this whole Prius is what got them caught. It got caught on video leaving his nearest house.
Yeah. Again, comment section. A lot of people, the getaway car was a Prius.
It's funny. Getaway cars. You can get a Charger or something.
Right.
Or a Raptor.
And it had a sticker on the back, right, that was for a toll bridge, and they were able to narrow it down because there weren't a lot of tolls around there.
Yeah, so they narrowed it down to the tolls, and then also the rental car company had to give up the good there as well. But they got these guys in jail and said that they did it. All right. Now, Rivera, the second guy, was in jail for conviction on federal charges of racketeering and conspiracy. So these were well known to the police. These guys were. And they said he was part of the leadership of the North Miami group of the Latin Kings. So this is, this wasn't just some neighborhood group. He's part of the big one, right? And so the state also issued an expanded probable cause affidavit, which included photographs and maps related to murder. The media released videos of the Toyota Prius stalking Markel throughout Tallahassee on July 18th. Sigfredo was pictured in a Toyota Prius at an ATM machine. All right, this guy, and wearing a white long-sleeve dress shirt. Media reports using the release video showed that he immediately after the murder, video of a Tallahassee bus showed the Prius going north of Thomasville Road with an individual on the passenger side changing into a long-sleeve white shirt. So, did you know bus had cameras?
I didn't.
We don't have any buses around here, like public transportation, around here where we are. I guess the city. I guess they put cameras on to protect the bus drivers.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because people just ram into them and say, hey, the city, I'm going to sue you for my neck or whatever, right? Then in 2019, the trials for Catherine Magbanua, her name was Scholar Cat. Catherine and Sigfredo were combined and took place in October. The trial prosecutors claimed that Charlie Adelson had arranged to pay Magbanua, Rivera, and Garcia $100,000 to murder Markel. So Wendi Adelson could get full custody of the kids. You think that's pretty sick?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think I may be wrong here, and you guys can yell at me in the comments. I get yelled at a lot in the comments. But Charlie Anderson, Wendy's Adelson, Charlie Adelson, that's Wendy's brother. I think he's a dentist too, like his dad, right?
I don't know. I was so fuzzy on his.
I know he's a professional.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would just say, hey, cartel guys, I want you to kill. I think his mother pressured him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. And I thought it was interesting. Did you see Wendi, the video where they're questioning Wendi right when it happens before he's even dead? Because he lived like a day, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Because he made it to the garage or something that she joked around, said, well, my brother said that he looked into getting a hitman, but didn't.
He got early the next day.
Yeah. And so she kind of from the beginning, hinted about her brother's involvement, but passed off as a joke.
Right. It said emergency medical response was delayed because the dispatcher erroneously classified the call as less serious than it was. So I don't know if they'd have saved him. I think they put 5 shots into him. So he was messed up pretty good. But yeah, anything somebody has a gunshot wound is serious. I don't care if it's in the legs or where.
Yeah.
I don't know. 911 people, a million call day. They mess up sometimes. Let's talk about the mother. All right. What's her name again?
Oh,
we talked about it.
Not Wendi. That's
is
it
daughter.
Debbie or
yeah,
Barbara? Or I'm just like
spitballing
names now.
Mother-in-law, Donna Adelson.
Donna.
That's Markel's former mother-in-law was arrested at the Miami International Airport on a warrant from Leon County. Apparently tried to flee on a one-way ticket to Vietnam. You know, she went to Vietnam.
They don't extradite?
They extradite. Easy, right? A country with no extradition treaty with the U.S. She was charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and solicitation murder. All right, trial just happened. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Now, she was convicted on all counts. I watched some of it. I was like, what's the evidence for, this is all, there was a lot of damning evidence. You had the murder plot people, the hit people, right? They said, she was behind all of it. And they had a lot of other witnesses saying she wanted him dead.
Right.
And she got convicted of all charges. Did you see how she acted after she got convicted?
No, I have not watched any of it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I've watched was Wendy's interview. So I've only read.
When she got convicted, she started hollering and acting like a fool in there. And the judge, you got to say that.
Well, now I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. And then she was like, hollering and screaming and all this stuff. Put it on a big act. But they said there's no tears.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she's proud to go to prison so her daughter can have the kids. What do you think?
Yeah. And I mean, it's been so long too. Like, I wonder if there's remorse now. Like, this would all be over soon because boys are going to be grown.
They got to be teenagers now.
Yeah.
Right?
I think 15 and 16 now.
Right. I wonder why Wendi, the wife, is not brought up on anything.
Yeah. And I wonder the same thing. And the brother is in jail now too.
He had a life sentence.
I don't understand why Wendi has not been brought into this, because I did read where they had labeled her a co-conspirator.
No. Then I thought the defense did the best they could. They tried to put it off on Wendi. Like she was the one that behind everything. But there was too many testimony, a bunch of testimony where people's like, yeah, Donna said this, Donna said she wanted him dead, all these things. And then they had talking to the police too, like you said.
Is there any relationship between, do we know anything about the relationship between Donna and her daughter now?
She did some jailhouse calls too, where she talked about it, getting some money in order and all this stuff like that. So, but she actually talked to the killers while they were in jail. So you get that recorded.
Yeah.
What are you calling them?
Yeah.
Well, you call them some random cartel people that's in jail, right? And her son did too. They just couldn't leave it be.
Yeah, to me it seemed pretty obvious they had a lot, but then why did it take 10 years?
Right. It took 2 years for the son. Well, the only reason he got him because the hitman told him.
Yeah.
And they didn't believe him at first. They said, you're just trying to get soft, want us to go soft on you. And they finally checked it out. They said they checked the bank records and all. That's where it got them. The Adelsons, they were wealthy. It was a dental practice that had and a lot of money there. But it was a long, slow case and our investigation. I wonder why Donna just now decided to charge her, though. Why it took so long?
Yeah, I don't understand that. And why her and not Wendi? Why not do them at the same time?
They said they don't have anything on Wendi.
Yeah.
So they must not have recorded calls or anything like that. So.
Yeah.
All right, a crazy one. Sorry, we're kind of all over the place with this one, but there's a lot going on.
I think that this is an accurate, we deal with things like this where people, are afraid of mother-in-laws and custody, and people get wild in custody disputes.
Oh, yeah, we see those all the time.
Yeah, so I think it's relevant.
Now, one thing that gets into this is the grandparents' rights. So Florida has the Markel Act now because after the arrest and convictions and her ex-husband dead, Wendi Adelson cut off all contact between Markel's parents and their grandsons. All right. He also took the step changing her son's last names from Markel to Adelson, claiming it was for their safety. Okay. Florida's grandparent visitation laws are among the most restrictive in the nation, leaving the Markels with no way to even petition a court for ruling on whether they can be granted contact with their grandsons. The Florida legislature considered a bill in the 2020 legislative section, sponsored by Senator Jeff Brandes, that would create an additional set of conditions which grandparents will be granted standing in access in courts. Wendi Adelson's attorney denounced the bill as an absolute outrage. In 2022, informally known as the Markel Act, passed both chambers of Florida legislature and signed into law by Governor DeSantis. So, Alabama, there's no grandparents' rights.
Really?
It has by permission of the parents, right? Now, we do get a lot of grandparents that adopt the kids because the parents are messed up on drugs or whatever.
Right.
But in Alabama, you have no rights. You can't say.
I can kind of see it both ways. I can see like preserving the rights of the parent, because as a parent of a child, I feel like how I want to raise a child, who I want them to be around, should, take, that just set a precedent somewhere. But other people can't come in and just say, well, take away my right as a parent. Then I also see that some parents will abuse that and keep children from people that they need to be around too. So it's one of those really gray areas, super murky. And I see a lot of debate on the grandparent, but I didn't realize that Alabama didn't have it at all.
They have nothing. So there's nothing there.
Wild, because I think Mississippi does, and obviously now Florida does. And I wonder, did these kids, were they granted access to those grandparents under the Markel Act? Because imagine having an act in your name and not being able
I don't know if
to get access under it.
But I guess if here it says that Alabama grandparents have certain rights regarding visitation, but these rights are not automatic and can be influenced by the circumstances of the child's parents. So instead of the parents, the child's parents to allow the grandparents to have rights or not.
So still really no.
Yeah, it's nothing really. If the child's parents are still married, courts typically won't intervene unless the visitation has been previously denied. All right, so there has to be some kind of extreme circumstance for the grandparents to take the kids. Right.
I wonder if like death or I'm
sure next to kin, it'd be next to kin and kids. So we had one where the mother and dad were both on drugs. Mom died. So 2 kids went to the grandparents, right? And then dad got clean after like 6 years and wanted his rights back. You know what I mean? And filed for full custody unless he didn't get it. He got visitation and all. He had the proof of the court saying, I'm not going to go back. But they were worried to death that he was going to get full custody because he's a birth parent,
That is scary. But surely they take into consideration the best interest of the child.
That they've been raising them.
Yeah. And they formed a bond with them at that point that, it probably wouldn't be in the best interest to take them away full time, especially. But yeah, there's so much about this case, and I feel like it's not over. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, there'll be appeals and all that, but I don't know if there's going to come out, with more people involved and all that. But there's a lot of people. You had 2 hitmen. You had the woman that played the broker. You had the brother that paid them and set it all up. Then they say that the mother was behind the whole thing. The grandmother, Donna, was behind the whole thing. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I wonder if the boys will talk whenever they,
get a little older.
Yeah, get a little older.
They probably didn't know much this was going on, because they were little.
I hope not.
All right, that's all we got on this episode. Unless you got something life-changing to tell us.
Nothing life-changing. I think we can move on.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.